That's a terrible comparison. You're relating shitty Paulo Costa, a man with T-Rex arms. I could kick Paulo Costa's ass, bro.
Chris fucking Dawkins, right? Like people were picking him because he beat Chris Dawkins. I beat Chris Dawkins after a night of booze. When I could cut down to featherweight and beat him. I could beat Chris Dawkins, man.
O'Malley, what are you gonna do? O'Malley, you'd get destroyed by both of these guys, bro. I would beat you up, O'Malley. I'd kick your ass, bro. Nick Diaz fighting would be really wrong. All right. Keep him away from the cage. I mean, literally, I could probably take him out at this point just based on, youth, speed, explosiveness. Does the schmo beat you in Misfits? No, man. I'd fuck the schmo up, man. JDS was old, out of his prime. Kane coming out of the fucking, retirement home. I could probably have knocked out Cain Velasquez if I landed a good shot. Who's winning in a boxing match? You or Prime Askren? Me. I'm destroying Ben Askren in a boxing match. 100%. It wouldn't even be close. I mean, I was about to say they have so much talent in the UK, but I don't know if they really do. But Jai Herbert being one of the top prospects. I feel like I could kick Jai Herbert's ass. Is Rigo an easy fight? Yeah, I think he would be an easy fight. If he hasn't trained, if he's never trained, anyone that's around my size that's never trained a day in their life is going to be easy work. If you could fight one person in the UFC, who would it be? Tatsuro Taida. If I want the best chance of beating someone on the feet, I'd probably be able to take him out on the feet. Yes, I could outstrike Kron Gracie too. For sure. Honestly, shout out to Ludovic Klein. I'm really, really happy for him. He had no idea he was going to go in there and get one of the dumbest opponents you could ever even imagine. I could have beat Bahamondes on the night. I'm taking out any 60-year-old on this planet unless it's like Mike Tyson. Would you rather fight CM Punk or Askren in a street fight? I'd rather fight CM Punk in a street fight. I would easily beat CM Punk any day of the week. 100% I beat CM Punk. CM Punk is 50 years old, dude. Are you kidding me? He's like the least skilled UFC fighter ever. No, I think it's funny because like I could probably beat Dominic Reyes right now. Like I'm not saying I would beat him in an MMA fight, but like kickboxing fight, dude, I'm landing a shot on Dominic Reyes. He's too chinny. You think you beat Amanda Nunes in a street fight? 100% easily. It'd be over within a minute. Yes. You can probably outbox Michelle. Oh, are you kidding me? Michelle Watterson. I could literally outbox her with no hands. Straight up. I could literally outbox her with just the wind of my torque. Of just the torque. All right. Just the wind that emits off of the torque of my hips. I would win that fight. There is actually one guy that I'd probably be able to beat, and that's Francis Ngannou. I think I'm being real right now. I think Ngannou's used to fighting heavyweights, and I think he'd be thrown off by the awkward, slow twitch style of someone around my build. And I think I'd make him swing until he misses. I just think he'd miss a lot. I hate when WMMA fighters walk out like this. Like, no one thinks you're tough. Think you're tough? Like, let's see who's really tough. Let's see who's really tough, huh? She'd probably fold you. Oh my gosh, such a casual take. Okay, I'm not even gonna brag, but the fight would be over in 20 seconds. It'd literally be over in 20 seconds, maybe even less. Wonder Boy would beat the shit out of you, bro. No, he wouldn't. I'd take him down, beat him up. Lucas, would you beat Natalie Silva or Andre Lee? I'm telling you this right now. The fight's over in the first round. As soon as I rock her, it's over. But you know who I am confident that I could beat in a fight? Mikey Musumeci. Musamini. All right? I think I could beat Mikey Musamini in a fight. I'm not afraid of that man. That's a man that I am not scared of. You versus Mikey? You know, I honestly like my chances in that fight. I've seen him doing Muay Thai. I've seen some clips of him doing some Muay Thai. The question is, could I keep it standing? Don't mind my chances. Mikey would die for the legs. He would die for the legs, but he's not taking me down with some roly-polies, bro. I'll just sprawl and hammer fist at the same time. That's how I would deal with him. Sprawl and hammer fist away. Just big sprawl, hammer fist at the same time, cracking down, sprawl and elbow, and I'm getting right up to my feet. And on the feet, I mean, I'm kicking that man. My kicks are too fast for him to catch. Man, I might even go I might even I may even hit him over the top with a big meaty one. If there's anyone in the UFC I'd want to fight, it's Sean Woodson, and this is what I would do. I would have a wrestling match with him, and I would freaking tech this guy, okay? I would tech this dude. You could clone Mario Bonasilva 10 times. You could tie my hands behind my back, and I'm still winning, okay? You could blindfold me. You could tie my hands behind my back. You could tie my ankles together, and I'm still winning against 10 of each, 20 of them. By the way, I did tune into some of the prelims. I tuned in for like 2 minutes of this Fury guy, one of Tyson Fury's cousins or something. And dude, I don't think that I've ever seen such a low level fight in a professional setting. The fact that that Fury guy has been boxing for a long time and he looks like that is a joke. I would outbox him. I would outbox him. Thank you for the $2. Can you beat Juliana Pena in a street fight? Probably. Honestly, I feel like I could beat Marab, not gonna lie. Like, listen, he might have a good gas tank, but I run 10 miles every other day in the summer. I think that these guys, like, the guy that's gonna beat Marab is like a David Goggins kind of cardio. You kind of have to have a Eloise Kipchoge to beat Marab. I just think these UFC fighters are too interested in doing their martial arts. Bedtime is improving as a content creator. He's getting better. His video ideas are getting better. The one thing I do have to say as a critique is I just don't necessarily think he would I don't think he'd be ready to stand in front of me. That's all I'm saying. I just think that if me and Bedtime were to fight, he would be a little bit too confident. I think it'd be like a Volk versus Taporia situation where Bedtime is saying, I'm gonna sun you, I have more experience. And the next thing you know, I plant a big meaty hook on him. So that's my one critique. Bedtime, you got to have some real respect and you can share that cage with me. Sneeko is like what, 6 foot, 160 pounds. Sneeko, dude, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and brag as if beating Sneeko is impressive. I was going to say I beat up Sneeko. I mean, it's like, come on, that's not even a flex. This dude is not even close to the level I could get at. I could be he look at Chandler Cole right now. He made it on the Contender Series. I would make it to the UFC. I would beat Chandler Cole in a Contender Series matchup. Thank you for the $2. Can you beat C Chandler? She's also solidly dense at 5'8". She? Who is C Chandler? Who the heck is that? Is that like a women's MMA fighter in the UFC? I think Chelsea Chandler. I mean, obviously, if it's in the women's MMA, WMMA, 100%. I mean, that wouldn't be a tough fight. Yep, Taffa's going to get tipped over. And here he goes. Here he goes, right to the mat. I think I could beat Taffa. All right, guys. Who do you think would win a fight, me or Justin Taffa, if I at least try to shoot takedowns? I think I'd probably take him down. But I think as far as lighter man skill, closing the distance to get a nice takedown entry, I think I could maybe get him out of there early by submission. Roasted sub you so easily, Lucas. That's a joke. Come on, dude. Stop. Stop. Come on. She wouldn't even get me down. You know she wouldn't even take me to the mat. I would sprawl and I would shuck her off. I'd do one of those wrestling moves with underhooks, just a big meaty takedown. Boom. I'm in side control. Not trying to hurt anyone. Listen, but if I have to defend myself in that situation, we're getting right to the side control, and it's a stalemate. Because I'm just proving a point. Nothing can happen here. She would not submit me. This guy's trolling for engagement. If you actually think I'm trolling when I say I think I could take Rose Pipsqueak Flyweight Namajunas, you're out of your fucking mind, dude. Stop. Diddy versus Lucas? Dude, I think I'd absolutely mop the floor with that guy. First round KO. Sean Brady would have smashed Vicente? Yeah, probably, dude. With that mindset, yeah, anyone beats Vicente Luque. I probably would have beat Vicente Luque at that point. I probably could have just pushed him over, eventually gotten to the... With the speed that he was thrown with the speed at which he was coming at Buckley with, I probably could have survived till the second round. I probably could have failed a takedown on him and reversed the position and beat his ass. Dude, I could probably beat him at this point. Like, I'm sorry. That's literally how bad his performance was. I'm sorry, man. But I think I get him out of there. You beat Mighty Mouse in a street fight? Yeah, I mean, obviously I would beat Mighty Mouse, but that's not that impressive. Mighty Mouse is a bantamweight. You got to put Jackson up against the fence and just fucking run through him, bro. You can't respect this guy on the feet. You cannot respect Jackson at all. I think I'm beating Damon Jackson in a fight. Fucking Brendan Allen, dude. I guarantee you I'd outstrike Brendan Allen. Dude, I just have a feeling I'd be able to maybe beat it Brendan Allen in a fight. Just have a feeling. I think he'd be complaining about me. I think he'd be crying. He'd be salty. And I think I might be able to get to him mentally in the cage, you know? I'm telling you, man. I don't mind my chances against some of these Pride FC guys. I don't mind my chances against some of them back in the day. Don Fry was tough. And they definitely had higher tests. But the skills just weren't there. I hate to break it to you, but the skills just weren't there. Oh, look at this schmuck. Max Crosby, dude. Max Crosby, what a schmuck. That guy thinks he's a tough guy, man. I don't know about you guys, but Max Crosby's that guy that's always hanging out with Sean Strickland. He thinks that because he's like in the NFL, he's some sort of a tough guy. If only he knew, dude. If only he knew just a regular Joe like me could take him out. Regular Joe Schmo like me with a couple of kickboxing lessons. That's the thing. These athletes, they think they're tough guys, but not really. Not really. If you've done some training, I'll tell you that much. If Pereira moved up to heavyweight to fight Tom Aspinall, he would have a video of him sparring Martin Buday, and people would be going crazy at how skillful he is and how he's going to light up Aspinall. Dude, I can't believe Pereira's even able to spar with a monster like this. Holy shit. Meanwhile, Arlovsky's freaking piecing him up. I think I could piece up Martin. I think I could piece him up. I think that I might be able to, just with a good solid jab and low kicks, be able to take some of these samurais out. So, in an MMA fight, grappling, jiu-jitsu, jab, stick and move, low kicks, I think that I would be able to get the better of these guys that would just be, again, doing the hi-yas, and I don't know what they would be doing, but I don't think they would necessarily beat me in a fight. Can you beat Kayla? Okay, all jokes aside, yes. You're asking, can I beat someone that weighs like 165 pounds that's a girl? Yes. You ain't beating Kayla? How's she going to beat me? She's going to have to get a hold of me, which she's not doing because I'm literally slugging out a 1-2. Nasty 1-2 right down the pipe. She's a judoka. She's going to have to get a hold of me. I've done judo back in the day. Fuck grappling. I'm actually being serious right now. No, she's not. She has nothing for me to fear on the feet. All I have to do is throw out. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all. All I have to do is throw out a 1-2. There's nothing. I'm sorry. I'm not losing to any WMMA fighter with striking that bad. There's no WMMA grappler on this planet that could beat me in a fight. Could you beat an orc? Oh, yeah, orc. Orcs are trash. Like, to think that I can't beat an orc from Lord of the Rings, you have to think about it. How often do we see orcs look all tough and they're all charging with their buddies, and the second they get close to any of the main characters, they just stand there and sort of act like big oafs. They kind of scream like zombies. What do they actually do? I've never actually seen orcs fighting well. The only time they ever fight well is during like a sad cutscene in Lord of the Rings where there's the sad angelic music and you see like an orc, stepping on an elf's head or something like that. But usually they suck. So I would destroy an orc. I could easily beat up a Spartan. I'd freaking roll through the Spartans. I'd absolutely roll through the Spartans. Who wins? Me in 5 years if I dedicate my life to MMA, or Mikhail Figlak? I'd honestly probably choose me. I'd choose me, dude. I'd choose me. Nah, Nico Price is a bit of a can. At this point, Nico Price is can. I'm actually being serious. When I was watching Nico Price yesterday, I was actually convinced that I could maybe beat him in a fight. Nico Price is so slow, and Morano is slow and unathletic. Nico Price looked like a sloth compared to Morano, who looks like a sloth compared to whoever the fuck he fights. Why not just a 1-2, crispy 1-2 down the pipe? Crispy 1-2 down the pipe is the answer for Nico Price, but these, guys like Morano just aren't fast enough. No, he's not faster than me. He's not faster than me. He's not faster than me. I'm sorry. He's not faster than me. Lucas versus two midgets with a handicap, so who wins? Me. Thank you for the 25 and okay, but obviously I win that. I could beat dude, I'm sorry, but I'm outboxing Chill. I'm sorry, I'm literally outboxing Chill. He's so slow. I am literally outboxing Chill. This is Nico Price if Nico Price was turned into a literal sloth. Chill Sonnen is actually someone I could outbox. I'm not even kidding. You forget how plotty Curtis Blades is until you actually see him and you're like, wow, that dude is literally the definition of plotty. He's just, I guarantee you I could, dude, I could easily outside foot battle a victory against Curtis Blades. I could win an outside foot battle victory against Blades just based on me being the faster guy. Chase Hooper's funny because he's a UFC fighter, but he's one of those guys that I think I could maybe beat. You know, he's got like the goofy hair and he's just got like a tofu build. I honestly think I beat Chase Hooper up, but that's not. Listen, I know he's not like a ranked fighter. He's working his way up. I'm sure in the future if he becomes ranked and he improves, like he'd be able to beat me. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I think I take both of them in a fight at the same time. I know it would never happen because it's WMA, but I honestly think I'd take both of them in a fight at the same time. Last don't know, but who wins? You versus Guru, 5 rounds, depending on if he can walk or not and how in shape he is. I like my chances, but again, that's just who knows how in shape he really is. Could you beat Guru in a fight? I could obviously beat MMA Guru. I mean, the guy's out of shape, you know. Of course I could beat him in a fight. Come on. Dude, I freaking run, man. I run, bro. And I did 2 years of rusty kickboxing and I work out, man. So, yeah. I think I'd be able to beat up MMA Guru. All right. Relax, low bro. A one-armed staffed Schnell kills you. One-armed staffed Schnell. No, I'm sorry. At that point, I win. Sorry. Nope. Sandhagen's the type of guy to choke out a mountain lion with fight IQ, pure fight IQ. It's like me versus, I lose to a mountain lion, but I beat Sandhagen in a fight. That's kind of the math of it all, right? Sandhagen beats a mountain lion because he's got the trail running experience and he's super smart. I lose to a mountain lion because I'm too slow and I don't have the grappling, but I beat Sandhagen is kind of what I'm saying. I could actually beat a bunch of people in Nate Diaz's squad. That doesn't mean I beat everyone. There's obviously some killers there, but there's a few people in Nate Diaz's squad that are legit like 55-year-old pipsqueaks. 55-year-old pipsqueaks that are like 5'4". Like, come on, bro. They're vegan. They're 5'4" vegan pipsqueaks. Like, yeah, they can wear sunglasses, but like, come on, bro. Just it's a different. I'm a different level of density. When you're 55, you're out of your physical prime, and yeah, like I'm 5'8". You know, I'm not 5'4". So yeah, I think I beat a couple of them. You guys do know one of them is like Diaz's old coach. Like he's like 80 years old. I would not fight him because that's obviously I'm not thinking about him, but like that is a guy in the Diaz squad. So like, I'm just saying not everyone would whoop me. You think Nate Diaz's 80-year-old cornerman is going to beat me in a fight? Like you're out of your fucking mind. Yeah, we do, dumbass. You're not fucking, dude. You don't even train, bro. This 80-year-old guy would freaking spinning wheel kick you. Like, no, the fuck he wouldn't. What are you saying, man? That guy's been hanging around Diaz. Just by virtue of him hanging around Diaz, he's better than you. Like, no, he's 80. Sorry. Doesn't matter how skilled you are. Me and Alexander Karelin at 80 years old is a one-sided fight. All right.